Hi, how do you fancy baking some fruit scones with me today? I've made scones a few times. I've not always been great at them, but I seem to have found the recipe that suits me. So let's go ahead and make some fruit scones. Here's the ingredients, and then we'll go through the method and I'll show you what I do, and then we'll do a taste test at the end. Ingredients there: self-raising flour, milk, sugar, fruit if you want to add fruit to your scones, baking powder, and I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla essence in just to give it a little bit of sweetness. So the recipe I'm using is 350 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 85 grams of butter, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 175 ml of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and that's my lot. So I've rubbed in the butter and the flour, and I've added the sugar, and I've just thrown in a few spoonfuls of sultanas. So I'm just going to stir those in till they're nicely dispersed. I'm not sure how many I'd need, but I just guessed. I think that looks okay. And I've added a little bit of vanilla essence into my milk. You can just see that in there. I'm going to quickly stir that in. And then I'm going to make a well in the middle. And I'm going to start adding the milk. You just want to add a little bit at a time. You don't want this mixture to get too wet. But obviously it needs to be wet enough to form the dough that we want. And it does get to a point where you have to get your hands in, which I'm going to do in a second. So you just need to form this now into a dough ball. You don't want to knead it too much, you're just pushing it around to get all of the excess flour moved into the dough ball, like so. Too much kneading with scones can flatten them, I understand. There we are. I'm not going to worry too much about those last bits. That's forming nicely. It's all stuck to my fingers. This is what happens. No good if you don't like mess on you. Just push that in. There we are. A nice dough ball. So I'm going to move my bowl and I'm going to flour my space. I'm going to make a nice round shape with my scone mixture. Flour it on both sides so it doesn't stick. As I say, I don't want it too tight. And I'm going to roll it out. Not going to press too hard, I want it to be a little bit crumbly. And you kind of want your pastry to probably be about sort of half an inch, a couple of centimetres thick. I think that's probably okay. I usually shape mine into a square because I don't have a proper cutter. If you've got cutters, then you can cut shapes out. I don't. This is what I do because I don't have a proper cutter. I've got a really sharp knife. I haven't got a proper pastry cutter. And I'm just going to cut mine very quickly into serve. You want a sharp knife because if you press down on it, it can stop it from rising. I'm going to make 8. I quite like them that shape. I know a lot of people like them round. That's okay. Do whatever you want. Right. And the next thing is, I'm told that this is the secret of putting scones or getting scones to rise. So I've warmed my tray. It's been in the oven, so I'm just going to put my scones onto the warmed tray, but I'm going to have to be very careful that I don't get burnt, because I have been burnt before, not just doing this, but with the oven. I'm just terrible with the oven. And I'm just going to give them enough room to breathe so that they rise. There we are. Okay. Now it says they go into the oven on 200 for about 10 minutes. I think you've just got to judge at around about that mark in terms of how they will fare. Keep checking them. Let's get these in the oven. They want to go in for about 10 to 15 minutes. They want to be golden brown on the top and they want to be risen and soft on the inside. I think you will agree they're rising really well. Hopefully you can see them. We'll lift them out in a couple of minutes, I think. Right, I think it's time to get these out of the oven. Let's have a look and see what we've done. Here we are. Look at those. They look brilliant, don't they? I'm going to give them a couple of minutes before I test one because they're absolutely scorching hot. But I do think they have risen well. You can see from the side. They smell delightful. They smell really nice. Okay, let's cut in to one of these scones and see what it's like. It's quite nicely risen, it's not too bad. Wow, it's quite soft. Oh, look at that. Lovely. I'm going to pop some butter on it, it's still warm. Have it with some jam. Lovely afternoon treat, a warm scone. The nice thing about it is I haven't had to go out for this. I've stayed in the warm. I've not spent any more money. They've cost me pennies to make. So your flour you can get for 70p and you get a big bag and you can make all sorts of different things with that. My butter cost me £2 and I've used probably about a quarter of that, so 50p there. My sultanas were 150 and I've only used a handful of those. My milk, I can't even remember how much my milk was. But again, it was negligible what I've used, and negligible what I've used in terms of sugar, vanilla, and whatever else I've put in it. So for pennies, I've actually got not just one scone, but I've got 8. Now you couldn't buy that either in the supermarket in a pack. So what are they in a pack? 4 scones for about £2. Right, here's a taste test. Let's see what this is like. It's very crumbly, it's nice. It smells delightful. Got my mouth full finished. Absolutely beautiful. Nicer than a shop bought scone. Nicer than one that you buy in a cafe. Fresh out the oven. No added ingredients. Just what you have added and you've wanted to add in. I hope that's been helpful for you, seeing how to make basic fruit scones. Let me know in the comments if you would make them any differently, or if you've not made them before and you've tried my recipe. I will post a recipe in the description. My name is Suzanne, this is Money Made Magic, and this is where we look at everything to do with budgeting, frugal living and saving you a little bit of money. I'm a 60-something solo survivor of several things with an abundance of experience and knowledge about saving money and paying down debt and being frugal. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.